Hello everyone, welcome back to Below Par with myself, Joe Lovery. So in today's video then, I'm going to answer the age-old question, do you want to putt with a blade or do you want to putt with a mallet? What's the difference? Why are they both out there? And which one's right for you? So I have two pretty special putters with me today. I have my Scotty Cameron Newport Select 2, which is this one here, and as you can see is a blade putter, and personally I think it's exceptionally pretty. This actually was never supposed to be gamed. I bought it basically to sit in its wrapper because I thought it'd be one of the last putters that they ever make without an insert, but actually it's ended up being gamed for the last few years. And then I have my newest addition to the bag, which is the Lab Golf Direct Force putter. Now you can see a completely different style of putter. When I go through the differences, what the differences are between this blade and then the mallet, why I've potentially trying a mallet compared to a blade, and then what might work for you. So let's get into it. So let's start then by looking at the blade putter. So you can see here, very small in design, very small top line here to help with alignment. So you can see they're very slim overall. Comes with, this one in particular comes with a milled face, and you can see it's got the neck joining into the putter there. So not really crazy amounts of alignment, quite a simple shape, very much a sort of traditional style compared to the putter that I'm going to show you next. So this then is more of a mallet design, and this is the Lab Golf Direct Force putter. So this is an interesting putter in terms of tech, and I'll go through that in a minute, but you can see it's got a much larger alignment. So it has a line across the face here, so from heel to toe, and also then a line from front to back, so much larger when framed with a golf ball, hopefully helping to make it easier to align. Looking at the face, you can see it's still a milled face on there, and then looking at the bottom, you've got some different weights and bits of tech in there as well. So cool putter, lots of stuff going on. Now the cool thing is this isn't the only style of mallet you can get. You can get many different styles of mallet, and that's one of the sort of pros for a mallet putter, is the fact there's so many different designs, and you'll find one to help you align to the target. So let's chat about something now. So this isn't strictly true with all blade putters, but this one has a little bit of toe hang, you can see there. No matter what I try and do with the putter, it'll always try and return back into that position. So that's sort of what they would say when they're trying to sell it to you, is this is designed for somebody that has a bit of arc to the stroke to allow the toe, a little bit of weight in the toe to help the putter open and close. Now, when you look at this one, the Direct Force putter, which is a mallet, this is where this mallet's a little bit unique, is it's actually lie angle balance. You can see I can rest it there, I can rest it there, I can rest it so the face is down, I can rest it so it's side on. Most putters will have a balance point. This one in particular though is lie angle balance, so as long as it's in lie angle, you can sit and spin it and it will just keep spinning. Whereas if I try to do the Scotty, you can see very quickly it tries to return itself back into that position. So let's start then with a couple of putts with the mallet. So before we get into it as well, this isn't to measure my putting, is which one's best for me. I might hold some of these, I might miss it, one might be better, one might not be. I'm not really looking at that. I'm going to be talking to you obviously at home. So this is going to start off with the mallet. So obviously like we were saying, this is supposed to be a little bit more forgiving, a little bit more user friendly because of the size, because of the alignment, more to align up to. You tend to find the pace across the face as well as a little bit more consistent. So let's just see how we get on. So I have a few strokes to get a feel. So firstly, one of the things obviously I notice on this, and I spec'd it, is the size of the lines. It's supposed to really help you get everything pointing where you want it to go, and then it's supposed to feel very stable across the face, which yes, that did. And again, you can hit this sort of off-center putts. Let's align it off the toe. You can see suddenly the ball still started relatively straight. And let's do one off the heel as well. So you see ease of use there is relatively simple in terms of strike on the face. All came off with a similar pace. Feels very stable, very easy to align, as say with that huge line, easy to find the middle of the putter face. So personally for me, I've always found that 90% of people like a mallet compared to a blade, just because there's a lot more different styles and things of them. You can have circles like the Odyssey 2 ball to line up to. You can have obviously lines, you can have holes, you can have semicircles, you could have dots like the number 7 Odyssey. So there's so many different options you can have, and then so many different shapes that people find you can help align to. You can have fangs off the back, some find that helps exaggerate the lines. You can have circles, some people find that's really easy to align to. You can have number of lines, you can have number of dots, you can have, like the Odyssey 3 ball was just ridiculous. You had literally 3 balls in a row matching up to then your putter being the 4th at the face. So just offers a lot more variability. Also, one of the things I find with a mallet is a lot of people just like the assistance that it offers in the stroke, just sometimes being a little bit more stable, a little bit more mass at the bottom end. They seem to feel a lot more confident when they're putting. And often that switch can really improve their putting performance. But again, there is still the market for the blade. So let's start then with 3 putts with the blade putter. So one of the first things obviously you can see is the difference in the size of the face. Now, one of the cons of this putter is they all tend to look quite similar when you go to a blade putter. They don't tend to differentiate themselves too much. And actually for a lot of people, this alignment line here would be slightly too small compared to the alignment line on there. So a lot of people do find these a little bit harder to align to the target. You also tend to find they're a little bit less forgiving. When you get an off-centered strike on these, the blade really moves around because there's not a lot of mass there to kind of support it. So you do often find then if you're not striking the putter pure every time, you will find you will start to miss a few putts with those off-centered hits. However, I personally feel the feel on these is a little bit better. You can kind of start to pinpoint the strike a bit more. Not that it's more advanced, there's no such thing as a beginner and advanced player's putter, but it definitely gives you a little bit more feedback. So let's give it a go. Let's get ourselves aligned to the target. It's going to feel so strange putting with this after the other one, but let's give it a go. Okay, so I felt like I put a really good stroke on that. Now the feedback immediately, I felt it. I can almost tell you how many dimples I hit off the face. It's sort of that exact. Still to me, still feels very stable, but then again, I have gamed this putter in the past. One of the things I certainly notice is just how small the putter looks compared to the ball, compared to obviously the other one, but also how small that line is. It is actually a little bit harder to align, and you know, I did game this, as I say. So setting up, let's just try one off the toe. Let's see if I can get the ball to still roll straight off the toe of the putter. So in fairness, it did. And actually I think that can kind of, obviously depends on ability of stroke and those sorts of things, but actually that felt pretty good even though it was off the toe. But I was really aware I hit it off the toe, whereas with the mallet I didn't quite feel it as much. So definitely a lot more response coming back through the putter here, and then obviously the main difference being the size of the alignment lines. So I guess then it's important for me to explain why I have both putters that I'm currently testing and why I've gone for such a jump from the Scotty Cameron to the Direct Force 2 test. And the main reason for me was part of the alignment line. So this is where this could now apply to yourself at home, was the alignment line. Really small alignment. I found actually there wasn't a lot of technology that felt like it really went into this putter. And what I mean by technology is it's not got any fancy balancing, it's not got any fancy alignment aids, it's purely just a blade putter with a single line. Yes, it feels fantastic and I've putted well with it, but I was wondering, is there any more out there? Is there something that I could use that would really help me? And having sort of had a go with this and the other one, I'm starting to think maybe, but I think they will have to do some proper testing for that. So let's hit a couple more putts with the blade. Now this is where I sort of found myself starting to struggle with the smaller putter. So this is a putt now of roughly 3.5, 4 feet or so, and this is where I started to miss putts in the past. So with this one, I just found myself suddenly not able to trust the alignment as much, and I found myself getting a little bit handsy through the putt, trying to almost steer it in. Like so. And then that made me think, well, is there something I can use that's going to help me be a little bit more stable with the putter face? And the answer here is yes. So the stability is going to come from the difference in the balance of the putter. So as I say, rather than being with a little bit of toe hang and the putter potentially wanting to open and close in its lie angle, this one's going to make it stay a little bit more stable, is the plan. So I really like here, for me, first off, it's screaming confidence. The size of the putter face with the alignment lines, being able to just put that in square is immediately screaming confidence that I'm aiming at the hole, which I didn't get from the blade. And then actually I've hit quite a nice putt there as well. And that really sort of sold the idea of a mallet to me, was that bigger alignment line, helping to really just go, yeah, I'm definitely in the right spot, whereas sometimes with the blade, I don't quite feel I'm there. But as I say, I have gamed it, which means I must like it, and I do putt well with it. So I guess then, which putter is best for you at home? Well, I would highly recommend trying both. If you're somebody that struggles a lot with alignment, then try something like a mallet. If you're somebody that struggles with feel on the greens, then try something like a blade. Now the cool thing is with each of these putters, you've got putters with inserts, so they can make them feel different, they can feel softer, they can feel faster, and that might then just match that ball speed in with where you expect it to go, and that makes a massive difference. So I recommend trying both. When you are testing them, hit some long putts, hit some short putts, spend some time using these putters on the green. For me, I am still undecided at the moment between these two, so I genuinely can't give you an answer. I'm hoping within the next month or so I will be able to, but certainly get a chance to give them a go, see which one you prefer, get your hands on them, try them in person. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video and see you all very soon.